message from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up in empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson dumps it complete to Miller. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better ones.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. D. Ford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City set to get the football back. And allow me to go back to that Monday night game on November 19th. Because that was one of the most talked about games in recent memory. 54-51. How fun was that?
It was a blast, and here's the best part. It was anticipated, that game, right? Think of the last time you anticipated a game that highly in the NFL. And those two put on a show beyond our expectations. And Patrick Mahomes, he may have thrown the interceptions late, but I think he walked out of that game with the rest of the league and anyone who watches football saying, we could very well have a transcendent type of a quarterback right in front of us right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And going against Goff on the other side, man, was it fun. So now for KC, you look ahead. They're going to Oakland after the open week. Then home for Baltimore before a big one, week 15 against the Chargers.
Yeah, they can't have any type of a letdown because they're trying to hold on to first place in the AFC West. So this open week, this late in the season, could not have come at a better time for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it with Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes takes it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins away. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. Got some room at the 30, and he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 50 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. DJ Reader in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Watson operating from the gun. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break. Watson flushed, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken near the 13. Bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes now to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run now with Ware. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Harris has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Caught here by Conley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Richmond. Tiger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. A carry for Foreman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Foreman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
There we go. Green, 90.
He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, that's Williams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Richmond. Hey, green the line. Watch the screen.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis